And now back to Matthew Hatfield and that evil basketball coach. Blast you, Ed Young!
All right, we're back here on CoVA Sports TV. It is 757 Saturday Sports Talk. Like, share, and subscribe, and interact with us all morning long. We have a special guest with us now, Ed, the coach who is back coaching basketball at Smithfield High School. And you saw, I'm not sure, again, he'll explain it to our guest if that was the morgue or what he was doing with at his classroom, he alleges. But we have the former head men's basketball coach at Old Dominion American University and UVA. Got a big coaches clinic coming up here in the month of September. And to talk about it with us is Jeff Jones. How are you, my friend? Good to see you.
I'm doing great. I'm wondering, Ed, I mean, these guys are picking on you an awful lot. I mean, in the videos and the introductions, I don't know.
Jeff,
have you made some people mad?
Oh,
Jeff,
no doubt.
First of all, Jeff, thanks for coming on. First and foremost, thank you for coming on. Jeff, I'm good, man. I'm back on the sidelines. They got me running the nursing program at Smithfield High School. You saw my body count on the beds. I walked in the very first day, flipped the lights on, and those bodies were like a foot from me. I almost went into karate stance and kicked the bed and whatever. I've got my first class is about 3 hours long. It's 16 junior girls. My second class in the afternoon, 3 hours long. It's I think 6 girls, 2 guys. They're teaching me a lot of things, but I have a health background. So we went over how to put a Band-Aid on, cold compress, did the Heimlich maneuver, how to put your protective gloves on. And I told Matt, maybe next week I'll go over bedpan usage and how to put the hospital gown on correct. Because when this joker's in the hospital, he puts the hospital gown on backwards on purpose. That's what he does. So I got to probably learn him too. But Jeff, it's been an experience already week 1, and I just met the team. We haven't done anything with basketball, so it's going to be a season to remember.
Well, that sounds like fun, I guess. Hey, some of that stuff, seems pretty valuable. The Heimlich, and if you're going to teach them CPR or anything like that, that's good stuff for the future, just in case.
Hey. Coach, if I'm choking, I don't want Ed giving me the Heimlich. I might find the nearest person on the street rather than him give me the Heimlich. It could go really bad.
No, this dude, I would give him something to choke on to shut him up.
Terrible. Well, hey, I'm going to show it on the screen. I think you can talk about it a little bit too for the audience. It is the NABC Coaches versus Cancer Legends Clinic, and you got some tremendous speakers. Make sure I've got the right website with this too, Coach, so I don't get things wrong here, folks. I can see it on the screen here, and they can go to the website to find out more about this. I see it's at championshipproductions.com. Jim Boeheim going to be in the house. Is that correct?
He is. We're actually having a big gala next Friday at Chartway Arena. Going to have a full house and got a panel speaking. Roy Williams, Jim Boeheim, and Nancy Lieberman.
Wow.
So we're excited about that. And then overnight, Mike Freiling and his crew there at Chartway Arena are going to transform it from being the big gala and dinner and fundraiser to back to the basketball court. Boeheim will start us off at 9:00 Saturday morning. We've got Bruce Weber. We've got Andy Landers, Hall of Fame women's basketball coach at Georgia. We've got Phil Martelli, senior. We've got Tubby Smith, and we've got Gary Williams. So a great, bunch of Hall of Famers, a whole lot of wins. And, I think it's going to just be a dynamite clinic. And these guys are excited too. Being retired, you get the opportunity to get your fix of basketball. And it's been a while since some of these guys have done these clinics. So they're excited and really looking forward to sharing their knowledge with all the coaches in attendance.
Yeah, it's just a star-studded cast of people, and it's fantastic. We'll tell people how they can get tickets and all the information about it with the website in a moment. But you bring up the names like Boeheim, Gary Williams, and when you said Andy Landers, my ears perked up more, Jeff, because I don't know if you know this or not, but a couple years ago, I sort of an April Fool's joke to people on Ed's Facebook. I took a picture of the women's college basketball countdown crew at the Final Four because Andy Landers, just like Van Chancellor, by the way, they all look alike. We talked about this with Chad Edwards earlier about the look-alike contest I used to do. And people were congratulating Ed because they thought he was on ESPN doing analyst work. They thought Andy Landers was Ed.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
See,
still mad at me about that and other things as well. So
Jeff, this is what I got to put up with. He's putting stuff out. I'm on ESPN, and people are calling me.
No, I just said I want to congratulate my good buddy. I didn't say that was you. People just inferred that. So yeah.
Jeff, Jeff. People think I make stuff up. But what I go through with this knucklehead here, nobody else would ever put up with. But I'm going to pacify him and grace his on because he does do a lot of good things. But Jeff, let me backtrack real quick. First of all, we got to, this clinic, which I'm very upset about because it's the same day as the coaches clinic, the high school basketball coaches clinic is in. And I told you about that too. So, and I've got to have my allegiance go towards there. In fact, I'm on the board over there, and I just saw your lineup and everything you're doing, and I'm sitting here, tears almost coming down my eyes. I want so desperately to be in two places at once. So.
We can clone you. We can clone you. We might have to apologize later, but we can clone you. It's possible.
Yeah, well, let's do that. But, Jeff, we bring this back next year. I'm going to make it sure that both groups do not have it on the same day. That's going to be my role. We're going to have to move it so I can be at both places in there. But it's a great thing, too. But what I wanted to say was, Jeff, first and foremost, because I know we're talking about, collecting money and raising money, cancer situation, and you had a little bit that health scare before. How are you feeling today? You look good, talking good, but how is Jeff feeling and everything for you right now?
Feeling great. They told me a number of years ago that I'm going to have to kind of manage my cancer for the rest of my life. It's not something that's going to go away, but with the advances in technology and medicine, I'm able to do that. I feel great. I'm active. And it's just something I've got to stay on top of, kind of surveillance, if you will. Every 3 months or so, I've got to have some blood tests and scans and all that good stuff. So other than that, I'm doing well. And as I said, staying active, trying to stay busy. And with this gala and clinic, this is a whole new ball game for me. So this has kept me extremely busy trying to plan for these two things. And, the thing I'll say about the clinic, obviously anybody that knows basketball knows what an unbelievable lineup that we have. But we've also, one of the things I wanted to do, the fundraising part is the Friday night. We've made it extremely affordable. It's only $100 for a coach to come and to see all of those, all of those great speakers. $50 for NABC members. So we're not looking to make money off of the clinic part of it. It's kind of more of a way to give back to the coaching community and our community of coaches. But the Friday night is the fundraiser. But hopefully we'll get a lot of folks. We've got plenty of space. It hasn't been the enrollment to this point hasn't been overwhelming. I'm a little bit surprised, but the coaches in this area, and it's not college coaches, and it's not just high school coaches, AAU coaches of all levels that want to learn, how to better coach, how to be a better coach, how to help their teams. I would encourage them to come out because it is going to be a great day.
And again, they can find details I see at championshipproductions.com. Again, championshipproductions.com. We'll be putting it across our ticker throughout the show this morning. Again, non-NABC members, $100, $50 for the members there. And if you can't attend in person, there will be a live stream I see on the website, 30-day online access to the recorded clinic sessions. And so great to hear that you're doing well on the health front, Coach. And for you, what are the things you enjoy most about these? Because I know it's for you, even though you're not coaching now, these still get you juiced up, doesn't it?
It does. When I retired, everybody, was asking, what are you going to do? What's next? And I didn't initially have a specific plan, but I knew that I wanted to do something meaningful. something that could continue to impact people in our community and beyond. And then I basically had the opportunity and kind of had a vision of combining two of my passions. One is the fight against cancer, and the second is having been a coach, and so combining the Coaches versus Cancer with the NABC was a natural. And I started thinking about all these great coaches that have retired in recent years, and I said, you know what, we could do something that's really never been done. And I don't know, and Ed, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I can't think of a clinic that I've ever seen with this many big names, with this many wins, with this many at the D1 level, this many Hall of Famers, national championships, Final Fours. This really, really, really is an impressive group, and I'm so fortunate and appreciative that these guys. I reached out. It's not like I had to twist arms to get these guys to speak. When they heard kind of what I wanted to do, and that we were trying to do it to benefit both the NABC and especially Coaches versus Cancer, they jumped, and it says a lot about the coaching profession. And it's not just at the college level; it's at the college and the high school and everything else. We're really, really competitive, and that can lead to maybe some confrontational moments and all of that in the heat of battle. But when it comes to coming together and working together for a great cause like the Coaches versus Cancer, these coaches and so many more, I can't even tell you. So next year I've got coaches lined up, great coaches lined up that said, hey, I'd love to do it sometime. So I don't want to look too far ahead, but we'll try to keep doing this if we can keep raising money for Coaches versus Cancer, and providing a great lineup for the coaches, particularly from this area, from the 757.
That's tremendous. Hey, one more thing real quick before Ed jumps in here and finishes up with you, Coach. Is there a way for folks, if they're not going online, if they want to go in like to Chartway and get tickets or call a number, is there a way they can do that as well to get tickets?
Yeah. So for the clinic you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
They can show up. So registration on Saturday the 13th starts at 7:30 in the morning. If rather than going online and doing it that way in advance, if they show up between 7:30 and 9, they can register and we will take walk-ins. Again, it'll 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. We'll take an hour for lunch. We'll be out of there by 4:30 at the latest. So it's a great way to learn a bunch about about the game of basketball, about coaching the game of basketball, but making it cheap and pretty efficient. You can be in and out in one day, but walk-ups are more than welcome.
There you go, and you can get home in time to see the college football that night, Ed.
Yeah, it's a great day of it. And Jeff, you alluded to earlier about great lineup and whatever. And I've been to a million clinics and whatever, and a lot of times coaches, high school coaches, and this is, let me reemphasize what Jeff said, it's for coaches of any level. Understand that, people, any level. All right, and there should be more coaches in attendance. Of course, I said we got this one going on, we got the one we have in Charlottesville, so maybe they're stretched out, but it doesn't matter. Get to one of them, okay? And what Jeff has lined up is truly not done a lot. You've got big timers. People might say, well, they're retired. Look at these guys' records. These are guys that have been in Final Fours, national championships. Yes, and even fans. There's fans of Tubby Smith in this area. I already know that. Gary Williams, a lot of fans in this area. And they may want to come and see him. Jeff just said it's open to coaches, but anybody, come on in. If you just want to hear them talk, come on in. You got maybe a slight chance somehow later on to meet them on the side, whatever. Get in here and support something like this so it keeps coming back. All right, Jeff has done a heck of a lot of work to get him. And I'm going to tell you, as a high school coach, for Jeff to get all these guys to agree, whether they loved it or whatever on their own, is amazing in this day and age to try to get it. Unfortunately, and I'm going to say the bad part because that's me, you got too many younger coaches think they know it all, or older coaches, and they figure they don't need a clinic. All right. Here's what I tell them. You better get your butt in the seat because some of your opponent coaches are in there and they may use some of that stuff. So you're in there to hear it, write it down, whatever, film it, whatever. So in case you have to face it, you're ready to defend it. That's how I look at it for being in there. So yes, you put a lineup on here that's tremendous.
Yeah, Ed, I coached for 42 years, and I can honestly say I never stopped learning. And even now, I love talking to coaches about how they do things. I don't know. Maybe there's some things that are invented and created, but most of basketball is kind of recreated, and it's borrowed, and it's stealed, and it's stolen, and it's just kind of reissued, if you will. Who better to learn if you want to play a 2-3 zone? Who better to learn about the 2-3 zone from than Jim Boeheim? Tubby Smith. I think he's talking special situations and half-court offense. Gary Williams is talking about pressure defense and transition offense. Phil Martelli, I believe, is talking about practice preparation, practice organization. All things that, again, regardless of the level, all things that are really, really valuable. And veteran coaches, I think, can learn just as much as a novice, somebody that's just learning. The other thing that I think is going to be interesting, and Ed, you can definitely attest to this. A lot of clinics that you go to, you might have some big names, but the coaches that are still coaching, they're a little bit anxious to share too much, and you oftentimes you get out there and there's more stories and jokes told than basketball and X's and O's. These guys don't have to worry anymore. They're not coaching this season, so they don't have to worry that somebody's going to steal from them. So I think with these retired coaches and legends, I think they're they are more willing to impart their wisdom and their secrets to try to help future generations.
Really great stuff coming up there. Chartway, you see the names again. Great speakers: Jim Boeheim, Andy Landers, Phil Martelli, Tubby Smith, Bruce Weber, Gary Williams. It's a who's of some of the very best in college basketball, all put on by our good friend and former Old Dominion, UVA, and American University coach in Jeff Jones. Hey, always a pleasure. You're welcome anytime to come on this program. You know that. You were a friend of the show, and we look forward to talking more hoops with you and getting you back on.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. And Matt, I do have to ask, I've been on a few times and, I see what I'm assuming is your beautiful home behind you. I would love it. Let's plan next time I'm on.
Okay.
Can we, as part of the segment, can you go over there and play that piano? I would love to see your skill and hear.
I will try my very best for you. That is a promise. I will try. I can't guarantee it'll work out, but if you watch one of Ed's favorite shows, King of Queens, and Arthur Spooner from that TV show, that it might go a little bit like his did with the Wang twins that he had to try to play the piano for. So, and teach them how to do it. So it might not go too well, but for you, my friend, I will give my best effort.
Jeff, I've been saying it every week. Get your butt over there and play chopsticks, play something. I want to see you on the piano. Okay, so I'm glad, Jeff, you said something. Thank you very much, because he'll listen to you.
Great minds think alike, Ed. Great minds think alike.
Well, it's funny though. You should actually see. I showed it to Ed 2 weeks ago. This is not a lie. One of our loyal viewers and subscribers on Virginia Preps actually sent me a text message about he was amazed at the home, and I'm being really serious about it too. It was not even, so Ed's sitting there going, unbelievable. He just, these type of things really drive Ed crazy. We got to get him calmed down, and maybe him coaching, you coached it. I'm worried about Ed's nerves, Jeff, if he will calm down more now back on the sidelines at Smithfield High, or if he'll be a little more higher strung than he already is. So I'm a little worried. We got to find some type of activity that can ease the pressure that, and stress comes with coaching.
Absolutely. And I'm going to make a bet. There's no chance that he's calming down on the sideline. He hasn't lost that fire. He might calm down in other things. I think sometimes we do as we get older, but on the sideline, it's going to be the same old Coach Young. And one thing, I apologize for running over if we are, but as I look at Matt's home, I'm thinking that the money in podcasting and covering women's basketball for Old Dominion, I mean, it pays well. I mean, we've chosen the wrong professions, man.
All I got is a bookcase with old stuff that I got from different coaches over the years. I got my wrestling belt. I've got stickers that I've had when I was a kid. This joker's got fireplaces, $100,000 luxury couches, a grand baby piano that you can hardly find anywhere, windows designs that are unprecedented. Yeah, this joker making money like crazy. And here's us working hard for our little that we get. And I'm still waiting for my podcast check number 1. He says, hey, Ed, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to write. I got you. I said, okay, Matt. Now we've been on over a year, 2 years. Just let me know, Matt. So once again, I'm being calm. I'm trying to help my dude out here, but man, this ain't easy. But
I want to see the man cave because I don't see a widescreen TV there. So I know he's got one there somewhere. And I bet you that man cave is special.
It's on a different level of the house, Jeff.
Okay.
Different level.
Jeff, I'll tell you right now. Jeff, I'll tell you right now. He ain't told you. This joker can go down a trap door underneath the coffee table. Who knows what lurks down there? I see that. I saw him go down once in a segment. He thought I didn't see it. Yeah. What the heck are you doing? You just went down a trap door under the coffee table.
Yeah. I'm not going down any trap doors. I'm going to leave that to you.
I'm just telling you, people understand this dude is different.
Well, again, Coach, thank you for coming on again. All the best with the clinic next week. Some great speakers, as we mentioned, with Bruce Weber and Andy Landers, Phil Martelli, Tubby Smith, Jim Boeheim, Gary Williams. Should be a great time out there. And we'll get you on again here soon. You be well.
Thank you, guys.